Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the video lectures on the discussion of solutions. Today, I will tell you how to express different concentrations in different manners. Today, I'll explain you about solutions. So, welcome to the discussion of different ways of expressing the concentration of a solution. Okay, let's have a discussion. Beta, first of all, what do you mean by a solution? If there is a normal discussion and you know that what is the answer, and you, if I ask anyone what is the solution, you will tell, sir, solute plus solvent mix up to give solution. To be very clear to you, I want to tell you that solutions are of two types. One is true solution, the other one is colloidal solution. Beyond this, there are also classifications, but I will tell you only about a true solution now. Colloidal solutions and other solutions will be taught to you in the second year chapter, that is surface chemistry. Now I will not tell about this. So our discussion will be only restricted to true solutions. Okay. What are these true solutions? These true solutions are homogeneous mixtures. These true solutions are homogeneous mixtures, or I can say homogeneous solutions. What is homogeneous? It is same throughout. Okay? And solutions may contain two or more component. May contain two or more component, and it is same throughout. It is homogeneous in. For example, your favorite. I'll take water and I'll add little booze, ethanol to it. Okay? So this is a homogeneous solution. Clear? If I'll take water and I'll add glucose C6H12O6 to it, this is also a true solution. This is also a true solutions. So today we'll basically discuss about the true solutions only. Okay? So let me start the discussions. So what did I say? Solutions mainly contain two parts, solute part and the solvent part. Okay? Now the question arises, how many types of solution can be done? Okay? Let me very honest with you. I said solute plus solvent gives rise to solution, isn't it? Now, can I tell you one thing, that how can I define someone to be a solvent? Who can be a solvent? Clear? Remember always, if I add water to sugar, I'll get sugar solution, or that is the syrup. The water is in liquid phase. Sugar solution is also in liquid phase, isn't it? That means, remember always, the solvent and the solution should be in the same phase. They should be in the same phase. Do you understand or not? Say yes or no? For example, if I will take glucose plus water, it will form what? It will form a liquid, that is glucose water liquid. It will form a liquid. This is in liquid. This is in liquid. That means, who is the solvent? Water is the solvent here. Isn't it? So who is the solvent? The one which is in same phase with the solution. Clear? So this is the solvent. Easy? Now can you define who is the solvent? The one which is in the same phase with the solution. So we call it as solvent. Now you might be asking, sir, if both of them are liquid, okay, I'll answer your question. Sir, if both of them are liquid, what will happen? For example, if I'll add liquid A plus liquid B gives rise to a liquid solution. Liquid A, liquid B gives rise to a liquid solution. Now what happens in this case? The one, if for example liquid A is in more amount, more number of moles, then this is the solvent. The one with more amount is the solvent. Clear? For example, if I'll take water plus ethanol, okay, what will I take? Water plus ethanol, if they make a solution. Now, if I take water 1 mole, ethanol 10 moles. So what will happen in this case? Ethanol is the solvent. Ethanol is the solvent. Why? It is present in more amount. If I will take water plus ethanol and it will make solution. And if I will take water 10 moles, okay, and ethanol 1 mole, then water is the solvent. Okay, when both the solute and the solvent are in the same phase, then one with more amount will be taken as what? Solvent. Clear? Easy? Did I give you a clarity on this? Now my next discussion is expressing the concentration of a solution. I made a solution. How? By adding solute in solvent. Solution is made. Now my target is to how to express someone that what is the concentration of the solution. How to express the concentration of a solution. So our next discussion is different ways of expressing the concentration of a solution. Now let us go from that. Okay. Different ways of expressing the concentration. But many of you are not from English medium. So you might be facing problem with the word concentration. But remember, what is concentration? It is the amount of solute present in a given solvent. Or if I take a solution, what is the amount of solute in that solution? Or the amount of solute added to the solvent to make a solution is concentration. This is literature explanation. What is the literature explanation? The amount of solute added to the solvent to make the solution. To express that mathematically, we will discuss some methods. This is called what? Concentration. So let us discuss different ways of expressing concentration. So what is the first method for expressing the concentration? The first method is method A, is mole fraction. The first method I am going to discuss with you is mole fraction, symbolized as X. So what is mole fraction? It is the ratio of number of moles of a component in a solution by total number of moles. By total number of moles. What is that? It is the ratio of a number of moles of a component, of a particular component, divided by total number of moles. That means mole fraction of a component I equals to number of moles of that component by what? Total number of moles by total number of moles. Okay. Example. Without example, how can you understand better? Pause the video and copy this. What I need to say? It is the ratio of the number of moles of a component in a solution by total number of moles. Example. First example. If I take, or let me, you just copy it down. I want the entire board to be with me. Chalo, copied. Mole fraction. Let me go for an example. What is the formula of the mole fraction? I am just writing here. Mole fraction of a component is equals to number of moles divided by total number of moles. Now, let us go for a question. Example. What is the question? If I'll add 180 gram of water plus 9.2 gram, okay, 9.2 gram of ethanol plus 32 gram of methanol, okay. Now the question comes, calculate the mole fraction of each component. Calculate the mole fraction of each component. ठीक है, calculate the mole fraction of each component. So before calculating, I need to know the number of moles of water. Now tell me how to find the number of moles. Number of moles, I can find it simply mass of the sample by molar mass 18. How much? 10 moles. Yes or no? Now, number of moles of ethanol E2C2H5OH. Now, what is the molar mass of ethanol? You know, 46. Just make it adjustment, make it 92. Okay, 92 by 46. It is 2 moles, isn't it? It will be easy for us to calculate. Okay. This is 12, 24. 24 plus 29, 30. Yeah, 46, right? Number of moles of methanol. How can I calculate? Methanol. How to calculate? Is it 32? Isn't it? So it is 32 by 32, 1. So I got the number of moles. Now my target is to find what? Mole fraction of each component. First, water. Number of moles of water is 10. What is the total number of moles? 10 plus 2 plus 1. That is, total mole is 13. Total moles is 13. So 10 by 13. What is the mole fraction of ethanol? C2H5OH. Is it 2 by 13? What is the mole fraction of methanol? Is it 1 by 13? Do you find one thing? I got the mole fraction. Do you understand one concept? If I multiply this with 100, 100, 100, what will I get? Mole percentage. I calculate mole fraction, but if I multiply with 100, I'll get what? Mole percentage. Just for information I said you, because I'll give you some interconversion questions, which are very new to this J questions. Okay, if I just multiply with 100, 100 and 100, I'll get mole percentage. Okay, now, do you find one concept here? What is that? Did you find that 10 by 13 plus 2 by 13 plus 1 by 13 is equals to 1. So what do you learn from that? We learned that mole fraction of water plus mole fraction of methanol and mole fraction of ethanol is equals to, always is equals to what? 1. That means the sum of the total mole fractions or sum of the mole fractions is always equals to 1. Okay, please copy this. Pause the video and copy it. Let me write it. Paused, copied. Now come to this concept. What is that? Mole fraction, or I am writing here, this is called sum. Sum of the mole fractions is always equal to 1. Is always equal to 1. That means in this case, mole fraction of 1 plus mole fraction of 2 plus mole fraction of 3. What was that? Mole fraction of water, mole fraction of ethanol, mole fraction of methanol is equals to 1. Always remember this fundamental. We'll be using this for calculations. Okay? I want to say that if we multiply it with 100, remember we will get what? Mole percent. Let me write this. If we multiply mole fraction with 100, we will get mole percent. We'll get what? Mole percent. Clear? Is it very clear? This was the first method of expressing the concentration. My target is to explain the amount of a solute in a solvent to give the solution. Right? Now, the next method. Second method is percentage by weight. Can I rub the board? The next method is percentage by weight. What do you mean by this? Let us keep this discussion very simple. You can understand in a click. What is percentage by weight? Percentage by weight is weight of the solute by weight of the solvent. W by W. That means what I want to say? W of solute in grams. Okay. By W of solvent in grams into 100. Okay, sorry, I just made some mistake. W of solution in grams into 100. What do you mean by this percentage by weight? Means what is the amount of a solute present in a given amount of solution, not solvent, in a given amount of solution into 100 is called what? Percentage by weight. Is called what? Percentage by weight. Is the amount of a solute present per amount of solution. Both are in grams into 100. Question. Without a question, how can you enjoy this class? Let me go for a question. For example, 20 gram of ethanol in 200 gram solution. But before solving this, use a simple brain for unitary method. 20 gram in 200 grams. Remember, that means 10 gram in 100 grams. So percentage is how much? 10%. Because remember, whenever we discuss about a percent, always try to analyze in terms of 100. Always try to analyze in terms of 100. Whenever I will discuss about any percentage, always try to analyze in terms of percentage. Am I loud and clear? So what is this? If I say 20 gram of ethanol in 200 gram solution, that means 20 gram in 200 grams. So 10 gram in 100 grams, 10%. Unitary method. Or else, let us go for the formula. Percentage W by W, that means weight of solute by weight of solution is equals to how much? 20 by 200 into 100. So how much is it? 10%. Is it 10%? Say yes or no? Clear? Ab ulta. If someone will give you 10%, can you find the amount of solute and the solution? Interconversion. Say yes or no? If yes, let us go copy this. Now, let us go for an interconversion question here. And the question, what did I do? In the previous question, I calculated the percentage. Now, I have given you percentage. You have to find the mole fraction. 10% weight by weight aqueous solution of urea. Calculate the mole fraction of urea. See, use your brain. Very simply, I will solve it. 10% is given, isn't it? Let urea solution be 100 grams. Now you tell me, solution is 100 gram, 10%. That means out of 100, what do I have? Out of 100, what do you have? 10 grams of urea and 90 grams of water. Aqueous solution better. 10 grams of urea and 90 grams of water. Now, you know the formula of urea. It is NH2 CO NH2. Okay. Now tell me what is the molar mass? Molar mass. Molar mass is 60. Now tell me 10 gram is given and how to find the number of moles? Number of moles of urea is how to find 10 by 60 is equals to 1 by 6. Did I get the mole fraction of urea? Say yes or no. Sorry, did I get the number of moles of urea? Did I get the number of moles of urea? Now next 90 grams of water. Now 90 grams of water. Okay. 90 grams of water. How many moles? Number of moles of water is equals to 90 by 18. That is equals to how much? 5. Okay. That is 90 by 18. That is equals to 5. Now tell me how to find the mole fraction of urea. The number of moles of urea. How many moles? 1 by 6 by total number of moles 1 by 6 plus 1 by 5. 1 by 6 plus 5. Yes or no? If you calculate it, it will be approximately 1 by 31. Now if someone asks you how to find the mole fraction of water, is it necessary to write a 5 by 1 by 6 plus 5? Or can we write like this, mole fraction of water is equals to 1 minus mole fraction of urea. Is it enough? Why? We know that mole fraction of water plus mole fraction of urea will be equals to 1. Am I loud? Clear? Did I make you this concept very clear? Please copy it down and pause my video for the next question. Now let us increase the level of your thinking. Let us go for just a bit tough question on that related of interconversion. Okay, just a bit tough question. I know you can do it. The question is very interconversion. You have to use your brain. The question is mole fraction of glucose. Do you know the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. For the time being, remember Glucose and fructose have same formula. Okay. So mole fraction of glucose is C6H12O6 is 0.005. Okay. In aqueous solution. In aqueous solution. Okay. In aqueous solution. What is the percentage by weight of glucose? Let me make you understand this question. We have a mole fraction there, and the question is very simple. You have mole fraction, you have to calculate the mass of glucose present in the mass of the water, the percentage of glucose in the given mass of the water. Okay. Now let us go for this simple concept. Solution. You'll only solve with me and try to solve before me if you want to solve it. Pause the video, solve it, come back to see the solution. Okay. Pause the video, solve it, and come back to see the solutions. Done. Tick tick back. A. What is the question here? In this question, first of all, the mole fraction of glucose, they have given 0.05. Mole fraction doesn't have any unit because it is a ratio. So it is a ratio. If I write 0.05, can I write that this is a 1 by 20? Say yes or no? Now, is it equal to number of moles of glucose by number of moles of glucose plus number of moles of water? Say yes or no? Easy. Or I can say this as N total. I can say it as N total. Number of moles, total number of moles, isn't it? Now from this, if I use an idea, suppose number of moles of glucose is 1. That means I put this value 1 here, 1 here. Then can I find the number of moles of water? Speed up your brain. If number of moles of glucose is 1 here, 1, 1, this is obviously, definitely this is 19. Then can I find the number of moles of water? So here, number of moles of water is equals to 19. Easy, just to see the way I am solving these questions. Okay, now, how much we have to find? Number of moles of water is 19, isn't it? Now, I have taken glucose, how much? Suppose number of moles of glucose is 1 mole, isn't it? Now, if it is 1 mole, so what is the weight of glucose? Weight of glucose is 180 gram, isn't it? How much? 180 grams. Now, weight of water is how much? 19 moles into molar mass. So, it is approximately 342 grams. Okay. Now, what is the total weight? See, there may be calculation mistakes, because maths for chemistry students. Okay, it is how much? Tick tick, 522 grams. 2, 8 for 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 522 grams. Easy? Doubt? Can you solve it now? Now tell me, is it easy for you? So what will be the answer in this case? Percentage weight by weight, is it? Is equals to weight of glucose by weight of water into 100 perhaps. Say yes or no? So this is 180 by 5, sorry, weight of solution, right? By 522 into 100, isn't it? So what will be this answer? This will be the percentage of weight. Please do calculate. Am I easy for you? Did you understand this concept? Very well. Huh? Can I go for the next concept? Quick. Copy. The next way of expressing concentration is volume percentage. Okay. This is perhaps a mole fraction, then percentage weight. This is perhaps C. Volume percentage. That is what? What is percentage by volume? Volume. That is volume of solute in ml. Remember, I am using in ml. Okay. Divided by volume of solution in ml into 100. We don't find any much use of this, but still it is there. Sometimes questions may give. JE people are a bit mad people. They can give any questions. Okay. So what is percentage by volume of volume? Volume of solute in ml by volume of solution in ml into 100. So this can only be supported with the help of an example. Example. What is that? 20 ml of 20 ml of ethanol in 200 ml solution. Beta, I said whenever I discuss about percentage, remember to convert it into 100. Percentage means 100 concept. 20 ml in 200, 100 ml, 10 ml. Percentage, 10. So how can I calculate? Percent answer. Percentage by volume is what? It is 20 by 200 into 100. It equals to 10%. You can interconvert it. If you get 10%, you can go and back to calculate the volume by volume. Say yes or no? So can I write this in this manner? Volume of, I can say like that volume of solute in ml, volume of solute in ml per 100 ml of solution. Per 100 ml of solution. Always try to convert to in 100% so that it will be easier for you to understand and to conceptualize. Am I easy for you? Sure. Now let us go for the next method. The next way of expressing the concentration. Can I rub this? Do you understand this concept and theory? See, pause the video or repeat my videos and see it so that it will be helpful for you. Because I am going in a very conceptual manner. Look here. D. Next discussion is percentage of weight by volume. Okay. I discussed first W by W, then volume by volume, now weight by volume. Okay? Or I can say this is weight by volume percentage. This is weight by volume percentage. Okay, what is this weight by volume percentage? W by V means what? Weight of solute in grams. Weight of solute in grams divided by volume of solution in, in previous cases I was taking in milliliter. Here also I will take in milliliter into 100. That means, isn't it a gram per ml? Something like this, gram per ml. Easy. Now, I will only be satisfied if I do an example for it. Example. If I say 20 gram of C2H5OH, are you intoxicated? No. Might be thinking, sir, you are taking so much of C2H5OH ethanol booze that we are feeling intoxicated. Okay, back in action. 20 gram of ethanol in 200 ml solution. In 200 ml solution. Okay. Now the question comes, what is the percentage weight by volume? What is the percentage weight by volume? Simple. 20 by 200 into 100. It comes how much? 10%. Say yes or no? It is the weight of the solute in grams per 100 ml of solution. I can say that it is the weight of the solute per gram or sorry, solute in gram per 100 ml of solution. Isn't it? Is the weight of solute in gram per 100 ml of solution. Am I loud and clear? Say yes or no? Clear? For example, if I say you, let me rub this and let me have a discussion on this. Please pause the video and copy. Huh? What is that? If I say you 30% W by W, what do you mean by this? Or of W by W of methanol solution. 30% W by W of methanol solution. What do you mean by this? That means 30 gram methanol in 100 gram solution. Isn't it? If I say 30% W by V of methanol solution, what do you mean by this? That means 30 gram methanol in 100 ml of solution. Okay. If I say 30% W by V of methanol solution, 30% W by V of methanol solution, it is 30 gram methanol in 100, sorry, if it is V by V, right? I have already W by V. 30 ml methanol in 100 ml of solution, because I have discussed here already about W by V. Am I loud and clear? Sure. Now, remember again I'll say percentage is always calculated in terms of 100 only. So, the next method to calculate the concentration is strength of a solution. Let me rub this board. The next method for expressing the concentration. What is the next method for the expression of the concentration of the solution? What is that? The most important also. Okay. Strength, because we'll connect this to most of these expressions. Yes. What is strength? Strength is equals to weight of solute in grams. Then please focus. Weight of solute in grams by volume of solution in liters. Isn't it? So what is the unit here? What will be the unit? Isn't it gram per liter? Yes or no? Isn't it gram per liter? Now, strength can be defined as what is equal to the weight of the solute in gram per liter of solution. Is defined as weight of solute in grams per liter of solution. Per liter of solution. Easy? Now, if I say you a question, without a question, this discussion will be a waste. Question is 60 grams of urea in 5-liter solution. What is the strength? What is the strength? Let me write it full for you. What is the strength? Let me help you with this. Strength is equals to 60 by 5, isn't it? That is equals to 12 gram per liter. Am I loud and clear? Say son. Is it easy for you? It is 12 gram per liter. Now, let us go for one more question. What is that? I'm just rubbing this question. The question is 2 gram urea per 100 ml solution. I can say 2 gram urea in 100 ml solution. What will be the strength? What will be the strength? Now answer. Strength is what? Now 100 ml is how many liter you have to convert? Is 0.1 liter? Tell me, is it 0.1 liter 100 ml? Say yes or no? Volume is 0.1 liter. Strength is 2 by 0.1 gram per liter. Say yes or no? Or can I write like this? 20 gram per liter. Isn't it? Okay? Can we convert this 20 gram per liter into weight by volume? These inversions are possible, and also we do these inversions. Okay, we will get these questions. The next discussion will be about ppm. Did you understand this concept? Say yes or no. Clearly copy it. So, this brings us to the end of today's class. In the next class, we'll be discussing about more ways of expressing the concentrations. Okay, stay tuned, stay safe, and eat properly. Yeah? Because stamina power is most necessary in this current pandemic. Okay, so stay tuned, take care, and keep visiting our channel. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Thank you.